Welcome to the TIN masking webinar, brought to you by Convey Compliance Systems. In this webinar, you will learn how TIN masking can be used to enhance payee privacy while also reducing identity theft. TIN masking is the process of masking or hiding several of the numbers that are used to identify a payee on paper tax information reporting returns. The IRS rolled out this pilot program last year, and it continues through tax year 2010. While it is a pilot program, many companies choose to follow this approach as it aligns with their corporate practices to protect payee identity. TIN masking can be applied to 1099 miscellaneous as well as all other 1099 forms and also the 1098 and 5498 series forms. It is important to note that this process only applies to paper forms and should not be used when delivering forms electronically and when filing with state and local governments. Simply put, the practice of masking a portion of a payee's TIN is to prevent access to this protected information in situations where forms are lost or stolen and to protect the identity of the payee. Historically, if this information fell into the wrong hands, it could be used to commit crimes including fraud and identity theft. Masking the TIN essentially makes the information useless to anyone who wishes to use it for illegal purposes. It is also a good practice for companies who wish to mitigate any risk or liability associated to them for not preventing access to protected information. Some industries, like healthcare for instance, can incur stiff penalties if it is determined that adequate steps were not followed to protect personal identities. There are specific rules about how the TIN masking process can be implemented. TIN masking only applies to payee identifying numbers, which can be a Social Security number, an IRS individual taxpayer identification number, or an IRS adoption taxpayer identification number. Any other numbers, like the payer TIN, are not allowed to be masked. The method of masking the TIN is as follows. The first 5 digits of the 9-digit number must be replaced by either an X or an asterisk. You must use one or the other and should not combine the two. See the examples listed here for guidance on how the masking should look. It is always the first 5 digits that are masked, so only the last 4 are visible. The TIN masking program is optional partially due to the challenges it can introduce. Because the payee can only view the last 4 digits of their number, there is no way for them to know if any of the other 5 digits contain an error. Historically, when payees receive their tax forms, and if they contain an error in the TIN, they would contact the payer to notify them of the error, and it could be corrected before being transmitted to the IRS. This process creates an opportunity for errors to go undetected, resulting in incorrect information being reported that will result in B notices. Ultimately, your company will need to determine which process best fits your tax information reporting and data security requirements. For additional information on TIN masking, this link will take you to the IRS publication that speaks to all the details that have been discussed here. If you have any questions about Convey or Convey's tax information reporting solutions, please call 1-888-303-1099 or visit www.convey.com. And finally, you can keep current on topics like TIN masking and 1099 reporting by reading our tax information reporting blog at www.1099news.com. Thank you.